Before the sun rises, the city already feels dead. I wake on my thin straw mattress, muscles stiff from a restless night, and the first thing I notice is the silence. It is not peaceful. It is heavy. The air smells strange, a mixture of smoke, rot, and something metallic like blood left too long in the sun. My heart hammers as I sit up, listening for the distant toll of the church bells. Each ring is slow and deliberate, counting the dead, warning the living. I know what they mean. I know someone I saw yesterday laughing or arguing in the street will not survive another week. Maybe I won't either. The streets are dark and empty even at this early hour. Shadows move, quick and cautious, like people are trying to hide from something. I can see figures wrapped in cloth, their faces half covered, glancing around nervously. Dogs bark once and disappear into corners, cats vanish entirely. Even the sun seems afraid to touch the city. I take a deep breath, knowing each inhalation carries risk. The plague spreads not only through proximity but through carelessness, so I move slowly, deliberately, alert to every sound. I open my door fully and step outside. The cobblestones are wet from dew. I step over puddles, avoiding broken stones and debris. A cart creaks in the distance, wheels grinding painfully against the stones. Inside, bodies are piled high. I recognize a sleeve, a hat, a pair of shoes. Faces that were alive yesterday are now just weight, just belongings. I turn away, forcing myself to focus. Survival demands that I feel less, yet every sight haunts me. I head toward the market. Normally, this place would be full of life. Merchants shouting prices, children running between stalls, the smell of fresh bread and roasting meat. Now it is ghostly. A few merchants remain shaking, their hands trembling as they sell wilted vegetables and stale bread. Coins are dropped carefully on cloth instead of being exchanged hand to hand. Everyone moves quickly, eyes avoiding others. Hunger drives people, but fear dominates. I grab a small loaf, clutching it like a treasure. Across the square, a child watches silently. Fear mirrors my own. I want to speak, but even words feel dangerous here. The market is no longer about trade, it is about survival, each moment a delicate calculation. I notice a man whispering to another about a neighbor who has fallen sick. They move away quickly, glancing over their shoulders as if their eyes alone could transmit the plague. I step into a narrow alley to avoid them, noticing doors marked with chalk crosses, words begging God for mercy. Some houses are abandoned entirely, furniture left in place, bowls untouched, beds still made. Rumors travel faster than death. Some say the air itself is poisoned. Others blame travelers from distant lands. Some whisper that certain families are cursed. I see a figure slumped against the wall. Their eyes are hollow, movement sluggish. Are they alive? Already lost? I do not dare look again. Survival requires caution, and curiosity can be deadly. I continue walking toward the church, hoping for some comfort or guidance. But I know God is distant here. The doors are open, but inside only a few people are present. The priest delivers his sermon, voice echoing through empty pews. Some pray desperately, clutching rosaries, begging for protection. Others stand silent, convinced that God has turned away. Everyone is thinner, weaker, haunted. I leave quickly, noticing the streets are empty again. The tolling bells continue relentlessly. Each sound is a reminder. Someone has died, and tomorrow will bring more death. A woman kneels beside a man in a narrow alley. His skin is pale, swollen with dark lumps, buboes. She cries for help, but no one comes. Fear freezes people more than the plague itself. I feel an urge to act, but instinct moves me away. Guilt presses heavily against my chest, but survival comes first. By midday, the sun climbs higher, but warmth does not reach the streets. Smoke rises from the outskirts, from mass graves that swallow hundreds of bodies at once. Funerals with prayers and tears are gone. Each corpse is removed quickly, almost mechanically. Passing one of the graves, I notice a child standing at a distance, watching silently. Their eyes reflect the same fear I feel. What will the world remember of us when this is over? The streets remain empty. Doors are closed, houses abandoned. I wash my hands repeatedly, a small ritual against chaos. Hunger gnaws at my stomach, but fear dominates. Each step, each choice is a decision between life and death. The afternoon sun casts long shadows over the city, but it brings no comfort. The streets remain eerily silent, broken only by the distant creak of carts carrying the dead or the low moan of someone too weak to stand. I move cautiously, avoiding areas where bodies might be left unattended. Each corner seems to hide danger. Even the smallest sound, a cough, a whisper, the slam of a shuttered door, makes my pulse spike. I reach another market square. It is smaller than the one from the morning, almost entirely abandoned. Only a few desperate vendors remain, offering rotten vegetables or stale bread. One man coughs violently as he leans over his stall. Another woman cries softly, clutching a small basket of herbs, hoping someone will buy enough to survive the day. I walk past quickly, keeping my eyes low, counting my steps carefully. Even the air feels dangerous here. Rumors fly between people, spoken in hushed tones. The plague is moving faster than ever. They say 3 families are gone from the next street. Some say the river carries it now. Every word feels heavy with terror, and I wonder if hearing it is just as dangerous as touching a sick person. A child appears suddenly, darting across the square. They are holding a small loaf, stealing it from an abandoned stall. Their eyes meet mine for a brief second, wide and fearful. I want to speak, to warn them, to help, but I know that attention can be deadly. I step aside as they rush past, clutching the bread as though it were gold. Every small act in this city has become a matter of life or death. I turn down a narrow alley, hoping to avoid others. Shadows cling to the walls like smoke, and every creak makes me flinch. A man leans against a door frame, coughing repeatedly. His skin is pale, eyes glazed. I step back, forcing myself to move on, though guilt presses heavily against my chest. A few houses away, a woman screams, and I hear hurried footsteps running past, someone disappearing into the distance. The city is alive only with panic, and it feels as though every step I take draws the plague closer to me. The fountain in the square is dry now, cracked and covered with grime. A few people approach it cautiously, dipping buckets for water. They avoid each other's eyes, moving in silence. One man mutters under his breath about neighbors who have fallen ill, then retreats quickly, clutching his container. Children hide behind doorways, peering out with curiosity and fear. I stand at the edge of the square, observing. The world feels smaller now, confined to streets, alleys, and empty squares. Every corner has its danger. Every shadow could hide the next death. I continue walking, my stomach gnawing, but my focus sharp. Hunger is constant, yet secondary to the threat around me. I pass a bakery where the smell of burnt bread lingers. Inside, the baker leans over his counter, coughing violently. A woman standing nearby shrinks back, her hands trembling. Outside, a cart passes slowly, loaded with bodies wrapped in cloth. The driver rings the bell again. I avert my gaze, moving quickly. The dead have become invisible in the city. Just weight, just presence, just a reminder of mortality. I find a quiet alley to rest for a moment. The walls are cracked, moss growing in dark patches. I sit on the edge of a broken barrel, breathing carefully. My mind races with thoughts of family, of neighbors, of friends I have lost. Each memory is sharp, each loss cuts deeper because there is no time to grieve. Survival is ruthless. Every decision, every movement, every glance counts. I hear a cough behind me, faint at first, growing louder. I turn slowly, holding my breath. A figure emerges, hunched and pale, dragging one foot. Buboes swell beneath their clothing. I step aside, heart racing. They pass, muttering incoherent words, disappearing down the alley. Afternoon stretches endlessly. The sun climbs higher and begins to tilt west, shadows lengthening across the empty streets. I walk past homes abandoned mid-meal, bowls still on tables, chairs askew, shoes left at doorways. Each abandoned house is a story frozen in time. I imagine the fear that drove people out, the desperate last moments before they fled. The streets whisper of chaos and loss. I wonder if I will see this city alive again. A few brave merchants still try to sell small things, herbs, bread, a single chicken, but their voices are low, fearful. No one lingers long. Everyone counts time by survival. How far to walk, how long to stay, which alley to avoid, which doorway might hold danger. I step carefully, avoiding puddles, broken cobblestones, and shadows. Even the sunlight feels dangerous, exposing movement, revealing my presence. By late afternoon, the air thickens with the smell of smoke and decay. A fire burns somewhere far away, consuming a stack of bodies, too many to bury individually. I hear the faint cries of a child in the distance. Fear cuts deeper than hunger. I think of families, friends, neighbors, all swallowed by the plague, leaving only silence. I continue walking slowly, eyes scanning every corner, listening for the bell tolls, the carts, the coughs, the whispers. Night begins to settle over the city like a heavy blanket, but it brings no comfort. The streets are darker now, shadows stretching unnaturally across empty walls. Every sound seems amplified. The creak of a shutter, the flutter of a loose piece of cloth in the wind, the distant bark of a dog. I move carefully, hood pulled over my head, listening for the faintest cough or groan. Darkness feels alive, as if it is watching, waiting for someone to stumble, someone to falter. I pass a small alley where a family once lived. The door hangs on broken hinges, the roof partially collapsed. I can see inside, bowls overturned, a chair on its side, and a small child's shoe near the wall. I imagine what must have happened here. Sickness spreading silently, parents falling, a child left alone, screaming. I turn away quickly, trying not to imagine too much. Survival demands focus, not empathy. Yet guilt presses on me anyway. A faint light flickers from the next street. I move toward it cautiously. A man sits outside a shuttered house, coughing violently, clutching his chest. Beside him is a small bucket of water and a piece of bread. His eyes meet mine briefly, wide and pleading, but before I can speak, he slumps forward. I freeze, too stunned to react. Fear grips me like ice. I glance around. The street is empty, no one else comes. I realize the city has become a place where death walks freely, unchallenged, and life hides wherever it can. I continue, every step measured. The air smells worse now, thick with decay, smoke, and sweat. I notice the faint sound of a bell in the distance. It rings slowly, heavily, counting another soul lost. I shiver. Even the dead seem to speak through the echoing tolls. The world feels smaller, narrower, compressed by fear. Eventually, I reach a small bridge spanning a dark canal. I lean on the railing, staring at the water, hoping to see a reflection of life, but see only darkness. Some say the water carries the plague. Others say it brings protection if treated carefully. I stare at it, wondering if this city will ever breathe freely again. Every corner I've seen today, every alley, every empty home, every market stall is a story of loss, panic, and survival. A sudden noise, a cart rolling down a side street, makes me step back, heart racing. Inside, wrapped in rough cloth, is another body. The driver rings the bell, not stopping, not slowing. I watch as the cart disappears into the darkness. The city has become a machine of death, moving relentlessly, and I am a part of it, trapped between life and extinction. I find my way back to my home. The streets are emptier now than ever. Windows are dark, doors closed, streets abandoned. I sit on my straw mattress, clutching the small loaf I managed to keep. Hunger is sharp, but fear is sharper. My mind drifts. What if tomorrow never comes? What if I am the next one the bells count? I close my eyes, but sleep does not come easily. Every sound is a reminder. Every breath feels borrowed. In these moments, I remember people I once knew. The baker, the child in the square, the family in the alley. Their faces haunt me, reminding me that death does not wait. I make a promise to myself. If I survive, I will leave this city. If I survive, I will tell their stories. If I survive, I will never take ordinary life for granted. The bells toll again, slow and mournful. Another day ends. Another life disappears into the darkness. Outside, the city is quiet, but only for now. Night holds its breath, waiting for the next sound, the next cough, the next cart. I lie awake, listening, waiting. Survival is fragile, uncertain, terrifying, but it is mine to claim for another day. This story was brought to you by Reality Frame. History is full of moments like this where fear, survival, and human emotion collide. We want to hear from you. Which historical event should we explore next, and whose eyes should we see it through? Share your thoughts in the comments below and help us bring history to life in the next video.